Welcome back. Okay, here we are. So we have Jaime that is now fully done with her Shine Light look. And we're going to go into the Shine Bright. And we're going to do this with a marathon pace.
Yeah.
We're doing this quickly. So once you've already done all that, I would say the biggest thing, if you are transitioning, is just maybe you are going to want to clean up underneath the eyes a little bit afterwards because we already did the foundation and everything. But what we're going to do now is we're going to add in a little bit more of, the coppers, a little bit more depth into the eye. So she's just really bright. It's almost like a little more pinky and fresh. And now we're going to go a little warmer and a little bit more color. So I'm going to start with, adding, and this is, again, I'm bringing in a different little brush right now. This is our number 23 brush. Now, as you can see, this one actually helps you grab product and create it and define it a little bit more. So I'm going to actually go in and take Tahiti, which is this color. It's kind of like a russet kind of color. And I'm taking it on the tip of my brush. Always kind of, clean it up a little bit, or just flick off any excess so it's not really coming down onto your, and what I do is I just take this color and we're going to add more depth into her crease. And you can just build it as much as you want.
So what does building depth into my crease do?
So what that does, open your eyes for me. So there you go. See the difference between one side here and one side here? It's giving the eye more drama. It's creating more depth into the crease area and giving you some glam, which is what we want, right? We're taking it a little bit more glammy. Now this look would actually look beautiful with lashes or without, right? Do you do it both ways, Jaime?
I don't put on lashes.
Okay. I put them on for her.
Yes. When I'm dressing up a lot during the day, if I'm doing a little bit more dramatic makeup, it just means I curl my lashes probably another couple times and I get a few more rounds of mascara on. But that's just because it's what's fastest for me.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm doing an important photo shoot or like videos that are going to be around for a long time, then I may have you put on the lashes. And it's not that I don't know how, it's just, it's a little fussy.
And she has beautiful lashes too. So, she can curl them and add another layer of mascara. You don't always have to wear false lashes. I don't think everybody needs them.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to show you a little bit here is I'm kind of taking with this little brush, and what I love about it is that it's not going to give you a whole bunch, right? We're kind of adding, we're extending out the eye a little bit. Jaime has big eyes too, so a little bit kind of goes a long way. You can definitely see more drama happening right there. And so a guideline that's kind of nice. Now we're going to clean this up like I showed you with the little Q-tip. But a little guideline also that's kind of great is you can dip this brush. And if you want to, so look up for me, Jaime. And we can actually take this color underneath. We're going to swipe this underneath. And this is going to be kind of your guide to extend your eye out. And we're going to clean it up. So that's how this is going to help you with the smokiness. If you have a brush see the difference in size? If you had, can they see that? There we go. Yeah. So if you had a brush that's this big, look at how much, that liner would be coming way down onto your cheekbone. But the difference is too, is that before we went in with that little flat liner, so it's giving the lash line that darkness. Now with this color Tahiti, and again, it's gonna look sloppy for a little bit. Don't worry about it. We're gonna clean it up. We're just going to extend out the eye there. See? So you just build on top of that as much as you want. And you can go in. So the next thing we can do is we can take Havana, which is that deeper brown. That's the color we used as the liner. And if you want to get a little bit more sultry, you just dip and use the tip. Don't go in there and grab a whole bunch of product. Just dip it in the tip a little bit. And if you want more depth, let's go in. And this is what creates such a beautiful smoky eye, is that it's not just one color. See, it's a selection of colors. The darker the shade, I would say keep it a little bit smaller so you're not having this big black eye. You know, that's kind of what God knows. We don't want to look trampy. We want to look gorgeous and beautiful, and you know, so that's how that's coming along there. We're going to blend that. And then now we're going to go in, clean that up a little bit and create a little bit of a highlighter as well. So I cleaned off my brush. Now I'm going to take a little bit of the Madras, the matte, and I'm going to give it a little pop of a shimmer. This is Juno, this one here. So these two. And again, this one I'm taking that little smaller brush because I want to get right underneath the eyebrow. Right there. And I'm going to blend I'm going to go back again. This is getting a little bit more, you know, it's a little bit more work to it, just a teeny bit. But I'm going to take a little tiny bit of the Palma, the one that we had used before, and I'm going to mix it with a little bit of this because I don't want it quite as dark. But what I want to do is I want to use a bit of this transition shade right here. Again, we want that to look clean and we want it to be a beautiful transition. So we'll see, we're kind of bringing that out a little bit more. And you can, again, just go in if you want to add a teeny bit of black also. If you feel like, oh, I just need a little bit more pop right there. Usually the outer corner is going to be the area that you want to extend out. Unless you have really wide set eyes, you don't want to bring your eye out too much. Okay, so now I'm going to clean up underneath her eyes, and I am going to take a little bit of eye makeup remover with a Q-tip because we're going to have to go back in. See how I got to have a little bit of mess right there. But what that's going to do is it's going to lift up the eye. We don't want to bring that eye down. And we'll just touch it up with a little bit of concealer. No big deal. And so it makes it look really nice and tidy and clean. You don't want to have, try to clean up, you know, on top of fallout of eyeshadow that's been real messy.
I know that I always carry around in my purse, like with my lip glosses, some extra Q-tips, because you know when you put on a lot of eyeshadow, even if you cleaned it up initially, as your day goes on and, you know, makeup starts falling off, I always have the Q-tip to help clean up, and then have the concealer just to pat on top to clean things up if needed. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
I didn't want her rolling her eyes and cringing over there.
She's like, what is she talking about?
Don't listen to Jamie.
We're going to edit this part out, please. No. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is, this is the fun part. I'm going to take that little brush. This is the number 22, the smaller brush here. And we're going to go into Jamie's fave, Barbados. Yes, this is beautiful. And I'll show you a little trick. So I put it on the side of the brush. I'm going to have her look down. And you're going to give it that beautiful pop.
I love it. It brings out, if anyone has any like golden flecks in their eyes, it like really brings it out, right?
Yes. And it is so pretty. So it's adding some bronziness. And by doing it at the end, it kind of keeps it like really nice and clean too. See the difference between one eye. Now I'll show you a little trick as well. You're going to use that same little brush again. If you want to just keep, you know, if you want to keep to your palette and just use everything here, you can, now we could use the Las Vegas liner and add that as, you know.
Can you show them that brush? I'm not sure that they could see it.
Sure. So see this little guy, little tiny one. And again, I probably should have cleaned up the eye at the end, but you could always hold a little tissue and close your eye for me, Jerry. And if your eyes are, again, if they're kind of close set, maybe you don't want to bring the liner all the way in. If they're, you know, if you've got good spacing, then you can bring it all the way across. So again, we can go in and we can add as much liner if you want to give it a little bit more of a wing. It really depends on what you want to do. So this is an easy transition for you. It's a really pretty easy transition. And this can give you, now you're kind of like glamming it up a little bit. And then we could add, you could go with a deeper lip with this one too, actually. So
it's kind of fun to see. So just before we switch, so this is Shine Light. This is your quick 10-minute look to get your day started. Maybe you're going to work, or you're going to run errands, or you're going to go teach some fitness classes. And then you're like, oh, I have an important lunch, or I'm going to a very early dinner. Then you just take your little palette, you add a little bit more drama, and you become this. Nothing else has changed. And then, as she said, you can add a different lip.
Yeah, you can add a different lip. And then I'm going to put a little bit more mascara so you can kind of see what Jamie was talking about there. And then for the final look, we'll just pop some lashes on quickly so you'll be able to see the difference there as well. And let's beautiful. I love that. And so it's kind of, let's look up for me. She has super long lashes at the bottom as well. And again, if you want to give it a little bit of pop, just take the same little brush, even look up for me, a little bit of residue. I even like to just very lightly take that right into the lash line. So you can kind of see her beautiful sultry self there. And you could even use that same lip, right, Jamie?
Yeah.
If you wanted to. You could add one of my absolute favorites, not that this is a lighter color, but it's Electra lip gloss. So if you want to go with just like this bronzy goddess kind of look, we can stick to that super easy. And, or you can, again, you can mix them. You don't have to have, oh, you know, another thing that you could do is you could always use a deeper lip liner. You could use the same lip color and just use a deeper lip liner. So this one's actually Electra, which is a gold color. Again, I'll show them. So we had Phoenix and then Electra. So they're definitely, I love the shimmer on Jaime. I just think it looks so pretty. And it just works with her skin tone. And then for this, what you could do is you could go back in. You can, if you want to add a little bit of a glow, like a little bit of a skin shimmer, you can add this. And you can do this with your fingers, Jaime.
Yay! But washing your hands between the other things you put your fingers in.
Absolutely. And let's just do a little bit right here, because this just adds that gorgeous.
Do you have to be careful how close you get to your eye?
Not really. I mean, you know, it just really depends. If you have, you know, if you have a lot of lines around the eyes, then I would probably say no. But this is also gorgeous to put like on the body.
On the collarbone.
On the collarbone. Look at that. That's just, hello.
So if you're someone who, listen, I mean, I truly believe if you really like wearing sparkles and you got wrinkles under your eyes, who cares? You wear your sparkles. But if like someone like me, like you don't really see lines until I smile, and then I've got all kinds of lines. No, but I mean, so should I avoid having sparkly under my eyes?
Well, I'll have to say, okay, so one thing I do want to share is that, so our skin shimmer it's not like glitter. You're not going to see chunks. All it's doing is adding a little, you know, light reflection. Big difference from wearing glittery eyeshadow and sparkles that just really is going to, like, you're really kind of looking, this is all we're doing is we're just adding some light and adding some dimension.
Great point.
That's what we want. And you could be any age wearing that, really.
I love that.
So that is the little transition there that we're going to do. And then we're going to show them how to do the Shine Starlight on the other side.
So say goodbye to Shine Light, because here comes the Starlight.
Yay! That was an easy transition too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Love it.
Okay, we are getting ready to go from our Shine Bright look here. And now we're going to show you look number 3, which is the Shine Starlight.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing that we're going to do is we're taking that little angle brush, not the angle brush, the little 23, which is the little flat liner brush here. And I actually am dipping that into black, Las Vegas. And because Jamie's eyes are just so beautiful, and she has such a gorgeous color to them too, they're kind of like this greenish, gray, amber mix. I'm going to actually take the black and I'm going to rim her eyes all the way with the black. So you can press this. It doesn't have to be super clean either, because we're going to kind of smudge that out. So we're just adding a little bit more depth there. Look up for me. And I'm taking that, blending that out. So we're adding more drama, depending on your eyes. I know some of you girls have beautiful eyes. We've already worked with some of you that I'm sure will have some fun, some of your members. And you can take this and make it even thicker. The brushes are key. It's really important to have the right brushes because that's going to make your life so much easier.
I'm making a customer.
Okay, so the next step now that we're doing is, you can see I've taken with the little 23 brush, once again, we're gonna dip it into the Las Vegas, this black color here. And what you do is you take this, now we're kind of creating some of this smoldery, and again, you just take it, swirl it, smoke it out, and have some fun. She likes that.
What's more fun than that?
And smoking it up. So really, it's up to you how dark you want to make it, how light. But you know what? Don't be afraid. Just, you know, kind of go with it. See how we're it's not going to look that crazy. Again, we're going to kind of clean it up. Anytime you use black, you're going to get fallout. So don't worry, we're going to clean it up with our little Q-tip. And again, we're just transitioning here because black is so pretty. And it'll be a nice little quick transition. And I'm going to take a little bit, also look up for me, Jamie. And let's take a little bit here. Let's take it underneath the eye. We're going to clean it up and we're going to angle her up. So when you use a brush like this, it's not going to look quite as harsh as, because you're using like softer liners, softer angles, you know. If you really want to kind of get real smoky, you could actually take a black pencil into the waterline. That's kind of a fun look too. We like that. And then I'm actually going to use kind of like the residual of what's on here. And we're going to dip that into, let's see here, into this color right here.
What's it
which
called?
is called Caramel. Look up for me, Jamie. And I'm taking this, which is, it's like a pewter color. And I know Jamie is like a huge lover of bronzy, soft, fresh, but I am a huge lover of mixing those cools with those warms. So now it's looking a little, you know, it's not looking its best. Smoky eyes are a process. They are not always, they're not pretty until they're pretty. So let's take, I'm actually going to take a little bit of the brown because I want to add some warmth. Keep your eye open for me. Yeah, this looks straight ahead. And I'm going to take that into the crease here. Browns and blacks actually look really nice together. And it's better, you know, you kind of want this, a bit of this transition, so it's not all black all the way around the eye. You can always take your little brush right here. This one is a great blender. So even if it doesn't have any product on it, you can always just kind of soften up your lines and make that real pretty there. And then I'm going to go in and with the little 23, okay, we're going to wet that a tiny bit. I'm going to wet the brush just a little tiny bit there because I want to give her some pow, pow, pow. So that's going to be with her fave. And bam. So it has this pop of copper and beautiful, like, fun glamorama in there.
Yes.
Let's see.
There you go.
No.
Oh, I love that.
That is, and if you don't want it quite as intense, then don't wet it, you know? But if you know, go big or go home. What the heck?
Yeah.
Jaime Baird is date night, right?
Yeah, this is Starlight.
Yeah. That's pretty. And then you can take a little bit. So she's got, you know, again, we have that pop of copper in there. I'm going to actually take a little bit. This color is called Lucia. And I'm going to take this cool because I am all about mixing warms and cools together all the time. And I'm going to transition this here. That is beautiful. Kind of reminds me of those gorgeous pictures of the galaxy. That you have like all of these fun kind of incorporated colors in there. Okay, so let's clean up underneath because we can't leave all that dirtiness there. A little bit of our wink wash. And I'm going to clean this up.
Is your wink wash basically like eye makeup remover?
Eye makeup remover, yeah. It's an oil-free. You don't want to use an oily eye makeup remover because that'll make it a mess. So make sure it's an oil-free eye makeup remover.
So just as a reminder, over this side is the Shine Bright look, and this side is the Shine Starlight. So this is your day glam, and this is your nighttime glam.
Mm-hmm. And then we're going to clean up with a little bit of mascara, and I'm going to pop some lashes. Okay, here we are. So we just finished the eye, and I wanted to show you. Okay, so what we did is rimmed it out just to kind of share. We rimmed it out. We really see how soft that black looks though because of using the little brush. So we smoked it out, then we wet the Barbados so you can see like it really kind of gives it that strong pop. And then we added a beautiful little strip lash so it kind of extended the eye. And then with a black pencil, so we added the black pencil, and what you do is you add that into the waterline. So you just take that all the way in, and you can also, if you are good at it, you can also do it above. So it just really kind of rims out that eye. You have a gorgeous, sultry type of smokier, more intense look. So we've gone from a very natural gorgeous to now it's like date night look. And then we're going to change your lip.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, so here we are, the final Starlight look. And we added the lashes, we added a little liner, the black pencil, so it gives it like that deep smoldery look. And then we did the lip liner. It's called Mocha. It's a little bit deeper. And then we added a matte lip color, which is called Mira, M-I-R-A, Mira. And it is a kind of like a reddish, neutral, very neutrally, I would say. So we wanted, something a little bit different. And then I think just to kind of finish that up is to just add a little more pop of cheek, because I feel like it's just a little quiet. So again, I'm just going to kind of give her a little liveliness in there. And again, it's just going to kind of depend on your, on your cheeks, and then you can just take a little pop of your final powder and just set it all in. And that is the beautiful Starlight look. I love it. I love it. Three different looks entirely, right?
Totally. So this is our nighttime glam. This is our daytime glam that we could totally rock this look with, right?
Yeah.
Or the more rose goldy color we had. And then before that, we had that Shine Light 10-minute look for all you busy bees.
That's right. And you can also pop a little bit of the Phoenix on top of this look.
Oh,
if you really want that shimmer, there you go.
Love it.
I love it. They're all three, you can build. So you can go from one, or they could go from like the Starlight to, they could go from the
Shine
Light to the Star Bright and just skip right over Shine Bright.
Starlight. But you know what she meant.
Oh my gosh. So hopefully they have enjoyed these tutorials. Watch them over, because, it gets a little complex. This is not, it's not a beginner look, but you're just kind of adding a little bit, and it's beautiful. And you look fabulous, Jaime.
Thank you.
So everybody enjoy their new Shine Bright palette.
Yay.
Yes.